Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chu, a physical therapist. Hey, today we're going to be interviewing Job of Doc Supply. We'll be back in a few seconds, okay? All right, we are back here at the Rehab Physical Therapy. Hey, today I have a special guest. We're here in my small little office here. Say, okay, let's go ahead, Job. Let's do this. Job is actually an ATP, so he's gonna, basically ask him who he is, what does he do. So, Job, could you please tell us again who you are? What
Yes,
do you
sir.
do? And
Again,
then,
my name is
yeah.
Job Huckabee, and I'm an ATP. That's Assistive Technology Professional.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we help clients get anything from a basic power wheelchair to complex rehab. We can do anything. If a patient can move in any part of their body, we can get them mobile in a power wheelchair. We have patients that drive wheelchairs with their mouth, with their head.
Wow.
We have patients that use foot drives if they have ALS, and that's the only part that they can move.
Mm-hmm.
So we can accommodate the most complex as well as the most simple. We can do a basic captain seat wheelchair for someone who just needs it for
Mm-hmm.
mobility. Um, yeah, so we can treat anything. We also do complex manual wheelchairs. So if a patient has paraplegia or something along those lines, but still wants to be active, but needs a manual wheelchair, we
Mm-hmm.
can do those custom made for the patient. We do it by measurement, so it's custom made
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for the patient. Um,
Cool, cool,
yeah.
cool. Well, let's go back to you first, Joe. I mean,
Yeah.
where's the Huckabees from, man?
Well, so my family's originally, as far as I know, from Louisiana, from
Mm-hmm.
South Louisiana is where my dad's family's from, and my mom's from Mississippi. So I'm kind of a combination of the
Mm-hmm.
two. And then I've lived here in Tennessee since my wife and I got married in 2008,
Mm-hmm.
and started doing medical equipment in 2011,
Mm-hmm.
and then got into the complex rehab industry in like 2015 or 16. So I've been doing that
Mm-hmm.
since.
So how does one become an ATP? What does
So
ATP again mean?
it's assistive technology professional.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is to be an ATP, you have to have a special certification. It's a
Mm-hmm.
test that you have to take, and you have to have so many hours
Mm-hmm.
of hands-on with wheelchairs, as well as seeing patients for
This is like an
wheelchair
undergrad, an
assessments.
associate, or a master's
It's
degree.
it's more of just a certification. So
Okay.
there's some classes involved, but it's mostly
Mm-hmm.
on the job training.
Mm-hmm.
I started out as actually a wheelchair technician,
Mm-hmm.
being taught how to work on the wheelchairs, and then gradually learned the process
Mm-hmm.
of doing evaluations and getting the chairs for patients.
I do a
So
lot of that too. I feel like I'm a wheelchair technician. Anyway, when I was working at the nursing home,
that's
hey
right.
Michael, could you adjust this, raise it up, lower it down, put a cushion and stuff like that?
That's right.
So the RRTS, what does that mean?
So that's just another certification. It's similar to the ATP. It's just it gives a little more in depth. It's called Rehab Registrant for Therapy Services, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's just another certification
Okay.
for assistive technology.
Okay, good, good, good. So now that, for example, I need a wheelchair, I mean, hopefully not, right? Knock on wood, but I have a patient that has a stroke, right hemiplegia,
Mhm.
upper body, upper extremity, lower extremity weakness. How do we go about getting a wheelchair? Can we
Yeah,
go
so
directly to you?
you
Do we
can
need to
either
go to
way.
your doctor and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can. So you can either we can do multiple ways.
Mhm.
So as a therapist, you would just call me. We could come in, do an evaluation with the patient. We can, like I said, we can do as much advanced seating as necessary.
Mhm.
So if we have seating discrepancies, we can provide cushions and back
Mhm.
and lateral support. So anything to get them in a proper sitting posture.
Mhm.
And
Just
then
like my posture right now. Let me
yes,
sit up straight.
to get them in a proper sitting
Mhm.
posture for continue. Because the main thing we want to do with these chairs is to keep a patient healthy. So
Mhm.
if they're prone to getting sores, we can actually help alleviate that. We can put tilt and recline on a wheelchair
Mhm.
to allow the patient to pressure relieve,
Mhm.
to keep them from getting sores. If they've had
Mhm.
them before, we can help treat them
Mhm.
with air cushions. Rojo is the name of the
Yeah.
brand that we
Mhm.
mainly use. You've probably heard of that. But we can help alleviate, but we also can help prevent those
Wow.
things and any kind of
Mhm.
discrepancy. So really, what like you were saying with the process. So if you're a therapist and you need a patient, call me in or one of our other ATPs. We have
Mm-hmm.
5 with our company. We cover anywhere from Nashville to Memphis and then even North
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi. So we cover a large area.
Nashville to
But
Memphis, huh?
right,
Mm-hmm.
Nashville to Memphis and North Mississippi. So, but like I said to you, I would call me in or one of our ATPs, and we would do the assessment, fill out all the proper paperwork. So you're an expert on the body, I'm an expert on the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and so we just get together. You determine what the patient needs for their body. I determine what equipment works best for
Mm-hmm.
that need. And then we compile that. And then what we would do is do the legwork of getting the patient to go to their doctor, get a face-to-face visit. And we
Mm-hmm.
make it really easy on the doctors and on y'all. So we do all the legwork. So if a patient goes to their doctor, all the doctor has to do is uh, write an order for power wheelchair
Mm-hmm.
or complex manual, depending on what they need,
Mm-hmm.
and then just put in their clinical requires the use of a power wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's all the doctor has to do on the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we take our paperwork with you as well as some additional documentation once we're done with all of our evaluations. And then we get the doctor just to sign off at the end. So the doctor just has to see it twice. And then, like I said, as far as for y'all, you just have the one-time evaluation. You fill out
Mm-hmm.
paperwork. We have a few options for therapists to fill
Mm-hmm.
out paperwork from the standpoint of we have a 5-page wheelchair evaluation form. We also can use your paperwork. So, like I know with you use a system that goes through strength and range of motion and all of that, and can add narrative. And so we can use your system if it's something that's available to
Mm-hmm.
us. So
Thank
we
you.
have different options to fill out the paperwork.
Well, thank you for making that easy for me too, man.
Yes.
Well, then, what are the most common diagnoses that a patient can get a power mobility chair or
Okay, yeah,
whatever?
so there's a broad range. So your basic chairs, like your captain seat, sit and drive chairs, anything from
Mm-hmm.
to a frequency of falls, things like that, overall weakness due to
Mm-hmm.
whether it's age or anything like that, all the way up to more complex. So like a stroke
Mm-hmm.
is one of our more common with hemiplegia, right or left side. We
Mm-hmm.
can help accommodate those discrepancies.
Mm-hmm.
Cerebral palsy. Is another one, muscular dystrophy. We actually are involved with the ALS clinic in Memphis. So if a
Wow.
person has ALS, we can accommodate that as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, Paraplegia, quadriplegia. Like I said, we can even. I actually have a patient I'm working with right now who is paralyzed from the chest down. He
Mm-hmm.
has just shoulder and head movement, and
Mm-hmm.
so we are setting him up with a head array system, so he'll be able to drive the entire chair as well as work the seat functions from his headrest.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So yeah, we can accommodate the most complex.
You have those mouth
Parkinson's
control
is
too.
another one that we can accommodate as well.
You got those mouth control
We do
things.
have mouth control. It's called a sip and puff. And
Mm-hmm.
so a patient can basically give a puff command and the chair will drive straight.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to reverse, they just suck in and the chair will drive. So it's really
How about the
amazing.
lateral movement on it? How does that work?
So it's just based off of the mouth. So you can set it
So
different
you can
ways. So a
move.
longer puff, a longer puff would be forward. A
Mm-hmm.
short puff might be turn right. A short suck in might turn
okay.
left, and a longer suck might go backwards. It just depends. You can accommodate whatever the patient's
So
needs
there's
are.
like
Yeah, it would all be
CPU
worked.
on it. So
Right,
so
and it would all be
nothing
worked through the
lateral
screen.
mouth movement, more like a sip and puff.
Right,
Really.
right. So as long as they can grip with their
short.
mouth,
Mm-hmm.
right, we can accommodate that.
Is there already an option for eye movement too?
There are systems, yes. We actually had a chair at the office that was a demo that was it had an eye gaze system. So a
Mm-hmm.
patient it sits in front of the patient's
Mm-hmm.
face, and they will see. It's basically a camera that looks out in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we can actually, wherever they look on the screen, the chair will drive in that direction. So that
Amazing.
is an option as well, eye
Mm-hmm.
gaze.
Wow.
And it
Wow.
also can even work the seat functions.
Technology has evolved so much. So
Yes.
where can they find you, Job? Where can they reach out to you? You got a website, email,
Yes.
cell
So
phone
our
number?
website is brand new, revamped. It used to be something I didn't want to tell people about, but we've actually been redone it, and it looks great. It's Doc Supply, DOCSUPPLY.com, docsupply.com. And then our phone number is 800-306-5160. And the good thing about our company, we're small enough to answer the phone, but we're large enough to help. One of the things that kind of sets us apart from others that do this is our service. We provide patient service from delivery. So the ATP will actually deliver the chair and set the patient up, make sure they understand how to use it on the initial delivery. And then we also service the chair for the life of the chair. So
I was going to
if
ask
the patient
you that
needs
too.
repairs, we have really good repair technicians that will come out to the house, evaluate what needs to be
Mm-hmm.
repaired, and then either bill insurance, or if it's under warranty, take care of it that way.
Yeah.
For
Mm-hmm.
repairs. So I tell, we actually have some pediatric patients as well, and I always
Mm-hmm.
tell the kids we're their pit crew. We'll take care of fixing their wheelchair for
There
them.
you go.
So
There you go. And of course, what's your other partner's name?
Jason is one of our
Jason.
other
He would always tell
ATPs.
me, hey, we need to pimp this ride, put some different collars in that
That's
wheelchair.
right.
It's so nice. So, well, anyway, any last parting wisdom for our audience that's been watching?
No, just like I said, if a patient needs anything, they can contact us initially, or go to the doctor, and the doctor can send us an order. Our fax number to fax orders over is 800-481-1206. And so doctors can fax us orders, or if you're a therapist and you want us to come see a patient with you, like I said, it's just a one-time evaluation for the therapist and us as ATPs, and we can do it together, help you fill out the paperwork, to get the patient what they need. It usually takes anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the patient and the environment, and the extent of their needs. And then, we take care of doing like I said, the legwork of getting everything processed for the
Cool.
patient.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate you.
Yes,
But
sir.
before I
Thank
let
you.
you go, ladies and gentlemen, always remember the word fast. FAST. Letter F. Find people that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So who you hang out with, that's going to be you, right? Next letter is letter A. Take action. All this stuff that we're doing is not going to do me good. It's not even going to do Joe good if you don't take action. Take action by going to their website, docsupply.com. Take action by reaching out to him. Hey, just ask him. Maybe you're from a different state. Just ask him. Maybe he has some resources from out of
Yes.
state. Next
Right.
letter is letter S. Share and subscribe. The more shares, the better. The more they share their website to docsupply.com. And last but not the least is letter T is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And that's what Job is doing. He's teaching us how to understand your wheelchair. Do you really need this type of wheelchair? What kind of support you need on your back? What kind of support you need on your legs? If you need elevated leg rest, that's why he's doing. He's teaching it. Again, thank you very much. Be awesome. Be great, be excellent. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Jerry Hab Show. Bye.